What's going on, y'all? I just want to give y'all some insight on why Teofimo Lopez did not go through with the Devin Haney fight and who possibly Teofimo Lopez could be fighting next. So, Teofimo Lopez actually did the mini interview, and he talked about why he did not go through with the Devin Haney fight. And he stated this: they broke a lot of the contracts. I don't believe that Haney deserves the acknowledgement to come back like this after a shit performance like that. Get a good win and let's clear it up. There is no reason for me to go all the way to the Middle East, and it's poor for everybody else that we build this fight in the US. As a business analyst on that part, I only have promotional fees to pay Top Rank, but I can go anywhere. You could possibly see me in Tank fight. You could possibly see me in Boots fight. You could see other fights that could be made. What would you rather want to see? I don't believe this move was for me. I believe it was mainly for the Haneys. They published it while I was reading the contract. That right there gave me a red flag. Why would I duck a guy that doesn't punch? That is literally shot. I just looked at it as a setup. So, I'm going to tell y'all like this. If this is truly how Teofimo felt towards this whole entire situation, I really don't see a reason for me to be really upset or too many fans to be upset about the entire situation. When it comes to boxing, especially boxing, UFC, I say more or less a little bit more boxing. When these contracts happen or get drawn up, it is so important for these boxers to make sure that everything lines up according to how they want it. And this goes for both sides, not just for the A side. This goes for both sides. Because when I see fights happen, especially these big time fights, me being who I would like to see it be a fair playing field for both sides. I would hate to see two guys go into a fight and it just be, now sometimes it happens this way, things just happen where one side is just more lopsided than the other and the fight just still gets done. But Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez are two top tier caliber fighters in my opinion. They are very, very good fighters who deserve to have a pretty even contract for the most part. I think so, and I think they both deserve it, regardless of what people think about Devin Haney and his last performance and even his performance versus Ryan Garcia. But the whole thing is that if this contract was mainly persuaded in Devin Haney's favor, I can kind of understand why Teofimo Lopez would not want to go through with this particular fight. Now, to sit there and say, he's not going to fight a guy that doesn't really punch, I'd say that's an understatement. Devin Haney does punch. It's just Devin Haney is not one of those type of guys that is like a fan favorite. He's more of a technical fighter, and he's more of a strategic boxer, so to speak. So Teofimo is looking at it like, I want to fight a guy that's going to be very, very entertaining so that we both can make as much money and publicity as possible for the fight. Now, if he fights someone like Devin Haney, yeah, he's going to be more technical, so he's not going to try. Well, he's going to try to get a knockout, but it's not going to be like him fighting a Gervonta Tank Davis or even a Ryan Garcia, or someone of that type of caliber, or Boots, like he had said. But the whole thing is that I feel that this fight could have gotten done. The contract just needs to be renegotiated, and I think a communication error is where this whole thing had got discombobulated and where it ultimately just fell apart. He felt that, like I said before, he felt that this fight was more persuaded for Haney to try to get a win and probably get back on his feet more, and that's where he's seen the red flag. But if that's what he has seen, I can't really get too mad at Teofimo for that. I can't. The contract isn't right, money ain't right, the bag ain't right, don't take the fight. Simple as that. Now, Teofimo, now that he has moved on from the Devin Haney fight, he's looking for somebody to fight next. Now, it has been heard that Teofimo has told people that he is looking to fight the winner of the Gervonta Davis Lamont Roach fight on August 16th. So pretty much whoever wins in that fight is who Teofimo will be looking to fight next and get a deal done next with. And I'm going to tell y'all, I would love to see him and Tank Davis square off in the ring. Or even like he said, him and Boots. Him and Boots would be a very damn good fight. Hell, even him and Lamont Roach. I think Lamont Roach would be a pretty good matchup for him. But ultimately, I think the big ticket fight would be Teofimo versus Tank Davis. Second in line will be, of course, Teofimo versus Boots. But ultimately, I think people want to see Teofimo and Tank. But that's all I have for today, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, subscribe to this channel, turn on your post notifications for me. Leave your thoughts and comments below. And I'll catch y'all next time in the next video. All right? Peace.